Holy Spirit, the message. What is it? All signs, all placements. What's the message, Spirit? Karmic battles. Somebody's been going through karmic battles. I know life can be a damn fight, right? One after another, and you don't get a break in between. Yeah, we have to be patient with ourselves too as we're going through battles, growth, and change. All of that helps us to come into our power. But it is exhausting and it's hard work. It's hard work. It's a battle. It's a battle. Some of you are just coming out of a karmic battle. Some of you are going into a karmic battle. Some of you have been in a battle for a very long time. Some cycles last years, right? Some karmic cycles. Somebody is severing ties with karmic situations. Why is this karmic battle here, Spirit? What do we need to know? Karmic situation. Is this cycle being completed? What is it? Four of Swords been popping up a lot in my readings. Yeah. It's about stepping back and reflecting. It's almost like that hermit energy where you rest and heal and try and clear your mind, and you pray, you meditate so you can relax and bring peace and harmony, balance. A feeling of restoration is what I feel. With the Four of Swords followed by Temperance. Temperance being Sagittarian energy. The energy that we've been under because Jupiter has been in close proximity to the moon. And the moon is about Cancer, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Sorry, I have to get this card. It's the Sun. I have to get it. Wow. And now that I look at these cards, the Four of Swords, Temperance, and the Sun, I feel like you're coming out of a karmic cycle. Somebody is pushing through. It's a feeling of restoration. Okay, tell me about this karmic battle. You had to choose. This involved you choosing yourself. That's what I hear. Choosing yourself, your happiness, your contentment, your pleasure. Why? Because it wasn't working. You know, when you're in a battle with somebody over your feelings, your emotions, things that really matter to you, and you don't find any type of agreement, consensus, willingness to compromise, communication. This is at the center of the reading, Five of Swords. It's all about not being able to resolve conflict. That is a clear sign that things are not aligned. That's a karmic battle. I feel like, you know, you got a boxer here and your arms are too short to box with God. So you turn it over with the Temperance, Sagittarius energy, the Sun, Leo energy, and the High Priestess, Pisces. A lot of knowledge. And then you end with the Empress or the Emperor. Yes, this karmic battle is over. You realize you don't want to fight it anymore. You choose yourself. And once you choose yourself, look what happens. Wow. Things go forward, but you go forward in the High Priestess and the Emperor Empress energy. So that battle prepared you to level up. Somehow you become much more powerful, much more enlightened, much more aware, deeper understandings, deeper spiritual connection. You have the Sun, the best card in the deck. Temperance, peace, balance, tranquility, harmony. Going through all that chaos and conflict and drama with the Five of Swords, aggression, all that, actually made you understand what you needed to do to reverse that energy and bring peace and tranquility and balance. And the need for that grew, which made change. Yeah, this cycle changed. You chose you. You realized you had a choice and you exercised it. Very good. I like that. Tell me more. Okay. Spirit says you opened up with the Four of Swords, which is prayer. You know, we cannot do it by ourselves. But Divine is always ready, right? He's always on call. He's always available. He always hears you. You reach out, he gets you. That doesn't mean, and you get him, but that doesn't mean that you get an answer. It just means the connection was made, and you know that in your soul, you know. And then comes the waiting game. We're always going to wait, because our timing is not God's timing. We already know that. When we talk about divine timing, he's in control of everything, the timing of everything. So when something is supposed to end, like a karmic battle, or somebody's supposed to get justice or judgment, all of that comes from him. And you realize that, being the high priestess, there's a knowing, you understand. There is something basic. What goes around comes around, but not in our time and not the way we envision it either. Everything keeps falling into place when you are guided by divine. There is divine forces working around you. Look at who you are now. This is divine feminine, divine masculine. This is what we all aspire to be, made up of all the kings, all the queens, right? Because we all have dual energy, feminine, masculine, dual. And growth. This is about growth and what we're here to do in the physical. Divine is totally guiding you out of this karmic battle. It is coming to an end. For some of you, it's multiple battles going on. Yeah. The cycle of not being happy, not being content, not being at peace. Always dealing with bullying, stresses, conflict, arguments. Man, you are so worn down. That's why you open up with the Four of Swords. The need to relax, to have peace, harmony. And only we can bring that to ourselves, right? By removing ourselves from any type of stressful situations, stressful people. So somebody's being enlightened to the point that they take a step. Ace of Wands, a blessing of action. Also, aces are new, about something new. A new cycle is beginning. Not feeling like you need to win anything with them. Just leaving that energy behind. Being done with it. Not needing closure, nothing. Leaving it behind and moving forward. Ace of Wands. What else, Spirit? Yeah, there's justice. Turning it over. Because you're confident with all these major arcanas. You know you don't need to seek revenge. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Right. You just walk away. That makes them madder than anything. Like, they want you to fight them because that's the type of energy that they want. Right. This is all centered on this energy, and they want to keep you in this energy for as long as possible. But when you decide that you're going to choose you and walk away, they got nobody to fight with. It's hard to fight with yourself. Where are they going? The right move. You just turned your back and walked in the other direction, leaving them behind, bewildered. Yeah, moving forward. Three Wands, anticipating something better, looking out into the horizon and saying, oh my goodness, that's right. No communication needed. The Empress again, this is about something new coming in. Determined, resilience. The Empress is Taurus energy. And also Venus in Gemini, right? Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Gemini is the lovers. You have the Empress twice, giving birth to something else. First of all, a new version of yourself emerges. We said that. Some of you want to be a mother. Definitely on the path aligned with your purpose. Get ready to meet people that align with you. You have discernment, so you'll be able to tell. But now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas. And the Ace of Wands, which is almost like my Dream of Genie card. Anything you want. Okay. Deception is still very much around us. You know, as we get all of the blessings that come from the sun, that come from Holy Spirit, God who controls the sun, when we get that, everybody sees it as we're getting it. Yeah. So even though this doesn't hold you back, you begin a new cycle, it's still very much present. But whatever they try to do, it's not successful. That's the difference. All this protection is here. Okay, Spirit. What else? Intuitive message. Okay, I was going to do something else. Spirit said an intuitive message. Ooh. That's it for sure. There's a hidden truth. At this time, something's going to be revealed to you that was hidden. Stay aware. Something that was hidden. I just heard it could involve a Scorpio. They are known for keeping things hidden. Okay, that's for some of you. What else, Spirit? We definitely have what? Light there with the sun. It is bringing awareness. Pay attention to what sharpens your intuition. Pay attention to what that voice is saying inside of you, because it's not intrusive or pushy. It's very small in your dialect, and you hear it clearly. Be aware of the connection to light and your intuition. Follow the signs. Pay attention to signs around you. They are carrying important messages at this time. So lots going on around you, and Spirit wants you to be aware, to be conscious, to be present. What else, Spirit? This is that Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords, like it's always lurking. And then I get this past card for you guys. The past is always lurking. They're aching for you. Somebody wants you very bad. You may feel that. They may even be bold enough to come back, but I just feel the energy. I don't feel the action. Yeah, there is a death here, an ending. This karmic battle is ended. And everybody associated with that. Okay, what else, Spirit? Tell me why the Empress is here twice. No more with these cards, okay? Okay, let's go with this. Why is the Empress here twice? What do I need to know? Because the Empress represents giving birth to something new. The Empress creates a child or something, gives birth. Spirit says it's time to take a chance. That's why the Empress is here twice. That was my question. You can't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe. Go for it. Trusting Holy Spirit. You have all of this intuitive awareness. Here we just talked about you and your intuition growing deeper, stronger. Now it's time to actually take a step and trust. Go for it. What else? What lies ahead? Some of you are actually pregnant. I don't know if you know this. This is future energy. Remember, we could be talking about the future. You could have experienced this already, or you could presently be going through this. But I do see divine feminine in future energy. Hidden knowledge is revealed. Somebody could be pregnant. Self-care is very important. Slowing down. Lessons of Neptune. Deception again. You have deception 3 times. Somebody's withholding information, or they haven't been forthcoming. They haven't told you everything. In some cases, they haven't told you anything. And in other cases, they've told you a lie. What they've told you has not been true. Spirit of the Grim Reaper. That's why you got that death. And that situation could be something with the past. You do have nostalgia there. Someone who's aching for you. An old flame. You know, Satan's always going to try and block you, distract you, bring drama to you as you are enlightened, aware, moving forward, being blessed, you know, happy. It's please, nobody wants to see you with all of that unless they're getting it too. And nobody, they want it, but they're not prepared to do all the work, right, to obtain it. Because that would require them to focus on their self. And they wouldn't have time to focus on you. That's okay, Moody. Yeah, it's time right now to prepare a space. Clear our energy. Prepare for this chance we're getting ready to take. Tell me about this chance we're getting ready to take, Spirit. Tell me more about a chance. Stepping out of our comfort zone. Okay. Movement. Fast movement. Once divine timing occurs, you got to be ready. In the flow. The wheel is moving in the direction you're headed in. You're being sent some help. Tap into your new inner power. You got the Empress here twice. High Priestess. 7 major arcanas. Yeah, this is all about your inner power, inner strength, going deeper to create the purposeful life you really want to have. Whoa. Yeah, divine feminine, the Empress, would give birth to that purposeful life. And look at that card. This kind of looks like creation of something. What else, Spirit? So things are going to start to move fast. away from this karmic battle, the drama, the conflict. You're going to leave that energy, and suddenly things are going to change dramatically, or within a short period of time. Go with the flow. And then your next card explained what that means. Tapping into your inner power, your intuition, listening to it, and just letting it guide you. You have divine guidance. Remember that card? Divine guidance. Yes. You have all the tools you need to succeed. All you need is the effort. Then you will excel at whatever you put your mind to. You have all of the tools. Make it work. Okay. Like, leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. Be very grateful for it. What areas of your life could you be avoiding? Because maybe they upset you or worry you. These are the areas that you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it is necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. Yeah, because in this battle, a lot of deceptive energy here. It could be very difficult, demonic. This references the demons in your life. Tackle them head on. Okay. And then you'll be really ready to be in the flow, learning to ride the waves of life when faced with difficult times. You're either fighting against the current or you can go with it. Ask yourself what is to be gained and what is to be depleted. Is it worth the fight? Most of you are going to decide not to do it to yourself. You're going to choose yourself. This is all about the Five of Swords at the center. Yep. I see from the start to the end, at least you're consistent. You're like, I'm done with this. Even no matter what happens, no matter how challenging, you don't give up. You remain in the flow. And in the future, like I said, I see divine feminine who's looking for divine masculine. I see someone becoming a mother. I see creation of new businesses, job streams, new ways of life, doing things. This is about releasing that karmic battle, though. Going back to square one. 999. Somebody may be right there. Somebody may have successfully done it. If so, leave a comment to show somebody how they can overcome a karmic cycle that's very difficult. You can by releasing, remaining in balance. You had temperance. That's right. And you had done the work, and your objective is to remain at peace. That could involve you keeping people away from you, not caring about certain situations. If it doesn't involve you, don't get involved. Whatever it is in terms of these battles, Spirit says your current circumstances are ending. Get ready to take advantage of better circumstances. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters, that's helpful. This cycle is coming to an end and a new cycle is emerging. Make room for it. 999. If you're ready to let go of the past and for a new cycle to come in, put 999 in the comments. And until the next moon phase, namaste.